Hi guys. Okay, so where are my Molly Ringwald lovers? Are you in the house? Or what about those rubber bracelets or scrunchies or 16 candles? No? No, not you? Oh, come on. I know the 40-year-old generation is on YouTube and social media, so tune in, ladies. I'm going to show you today how to get a smoky eye look with a blue. Yes, our favorite shadow, but it's not your 1980s boomer shadow. Okay, boomer, my kids say that to me. What if? I know. So if you're raising teens, you get my drift. Alrighty, ladies, today we are going to do a tutorial with shadow palette number 4. Pretty blues, taupes. Like I said, see, this is not your 1980s blue shadow. Let's do it. Okay, guys, the first thing that we're going to start with is an eye primer. So you need an eye primer in your life for a few reasons. For you youngins out there, an eye primer is excellent for all ages. That actually helps to keep pigment on the lashes and actually has the pigment be the most vibrant that it can. And when we're working with blues and we want to create the smoky eye, of course we're going to want that. Now, for us anti-boomers, I'm going to fight my kids back on that. This is really good because it is a skin tone, and when you apply it to the lid, it actually helps to conceal any redness, any thin lids, and it's going to serve as a magnet for your pigment like I was talking about, but also any fine lines, wrinkles, it's going to help to smooth that out. And I don't know about you, but I want every single fine line, wrinkle, nip, tuck, whatever, smoothed out on my entire body. Okay, now that we've placed primer on our entire eye, let's get to work. The first brush that I'm going to use is called the Deluxe brush. It is very, very multifunctional, multi-use. I actually use this for a lot of purposes. Today we're going to use it to apply the color Honest, which is this shimmer kind of baby blue. I know, don't get your panties in a pucker. It is a baby blue, don't stress. And we're going to put a little bit on the brush. These pigments are very, very, very pigmented. So a little bit goes a long way. And the trick with any kind of shadow is you want to be able to build. So you can build upon it because it's much easier to put more shadow on. It's a lot harder to take shadow off, right? All right, so you want to press the shadow into the lid, the inner corner over to about the middle, okay? Until you get your desired look. Now remember, these are buildable. So once you put it on, you can actually add more later as we go in. So you're gonna press, okay? The next color, I'm gonna actually use the same brush. I have a towel down here that I just wipe it on. The next color we're gonna use is Cheerful, okay? Now that is a matte kind of, I would say a matte dusty blue. Again, I just did one swipe in the palette, pulling down, and we are gonna do the same thing and pat on the outside, going up just a little bit. Now, here's a trick. The reason why I pat is because, have you ever gone to lunch with a girlfriend and your girlfriend says, you listen, Sean, you got like some black down there. It's probably just dust. And she goes like this to wipe it off. And then all of a sudden you have this black smear of whatever the heck was falling off of your lid. That's why you want to use a primer. And that's why when you do application, you want to just press it in, and you have a less chance of getting some fallout. Okay, you got all this so far? Now listen, you can always go back and rewind it. Not like the VHS days, but like just press 20 seconds back and we can start from scratch. The next one that I'm gonna do is the color Triumphant, okay? This is a dark, awesome blue. It is amazing, okay? And then we're gonna use the crease brush, but the fluffy crease brush. This one, we're gonna use actually the dense crease brush in a little bit, but right now we're gonna use the fluffy. Now listen, less is more. Don't get all crazy and cattywampus because you can always add to it. You're gonna go into your palette and you are gonna touch it one time. You know, twice, I did twice. I say go into the palette because that's what like professional makeup artists say. I'm not one, but I just played one on TV, okay? So then you have a little bit of product. You are gonna go literally in a V shape. Now let me show you with the back of this. You're gonna go up here about halfway and right here, okay? Up, down, up, down, up, down. There's the lighting, up, down, okay? And the reason, and with the light hand, you guys, up, down, up, down, up, down. Blend, blend, blend. The key to shadow is blending. Now you can take it a little bit up on that brow bone, okay? You want to blend, 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 blend down, okay? It's like a soft V laying on its side, okay? Soft V laying on its side. Now, what I do is I take a blending brush. This is clean, super fluffy. I go over the whole thing to make sure that there are no harsh lines. Everything is blended in because, girl, there is nothing worse than having harsh lines of eyeshadow. I will pull you to the side at Target and just be like, sis, here's the blending brush, go to town. The next thing we're gonna do is I like to pull my shadow that I'm using in my V right here down underneath my lash line. We're going for a little bit of a smoky, not 1989 look, a 2020 look, but we want to pull that dark color down. I'm gonna use the same color Triumphant, and I'm gonna touch it in there twice. If you wanna do this and be fancy, you can do that. And I literally go underneath my lower lash line about halfway over. Now listen, girl, there is no rules in makeup. If you wanna pull it all the way over to the corner, be my guest, okay? For me personally, I like about halfway, okay? Now, so you notice that underneath the lash line and up to here is the same color. Now, if you want to pull that up more on your brow bone, girl, live your best life. Okay, so now that we have the blue on, let's highlight our brow bone and give us a little bit of light in the inner corner. Now, here's a trick that doesn't cause the jitters. Blah, blah. If you highlight the inner corner of your eye with a lighter color, preferably a shimmer, then it makes you look like you're more awake. Hello, who doesn't want that in their life? I'm gonna use the liner shader brush. This brush is phenomenal. I'm also gonna show you how I do my liner with it. It is literally a liner. All the girls do this, right? All the girls do this. A liner on one side and a brush, just an awesome fluffy brush on the other side. We are gonna use the fluffy side and we are gonna use the color Tender, which is a kind of like a light cream champagne shimmer. It's awesome. We're gonna literally do one little swipe. Did you see how like I just did that one time? We're gonna go in the inner corner and we are gonna lighten that up right there, okay? Do you see what a big difference that makes, guys? Just right there, huge. Now we're gonna go again in the palette and we are gonna go up on the brow bone and pat right here, okay? Now, I like to keep my highlight color right on the arch. So you see how that automatically, let me get a brush or a handle. See how my brow automatically lifts right there naturally, okay? That is where you wanna put your highlight color because it gives you the illusion of, that you're more awake. Not that you had Botox gone bad, but that you're more awake. All of our shadow application is on. Now we wanna just seal the deal and close it up and complete our look. We are gonna use a pencil liner. This is the color Perfect, which is our classic black. I love it. I'm gonna go a little bit on the waterline, and then I'm gonna show you how I use the liner shader brush to smudge this out, because remember before when I said I wasn't a makeup artist? I was telling the truth. So this is a really easy way that you can put liner on without having the pressure of having it be perfect, because let's face it, women these days need to let that go. So I take the black pencil liner in the color Perfect, classic black on the waterline, how heavy or not heavy that I want. Now listen, if you wanna live your best life and you wanna go at Target and go to the grocery store and get the glam smoky eye, girl, you do you. I'm a firm believer in that. But you can add a little bit of liner, and then if you're going on a date night, or if you're doing girls' night out, or let's face it, a self-love night out to the movies by yourself, having popcorn, getting a soda that no one else drinks. It's like I live a fantasy, right? Or I wish. Then you can always glam it up a little bit. So I put one line on the bottom, and then I take it and I go halfway on the top. Just like that. Now, you're probably looking at this and going, Shawn, but that line's not perfect. Girl, let it go. Liner brush. Remember the liner shader brush that we used earlier? Use the liner side now, which is that side. It's angled, it's thin, it's perfect. I go on the top and I just literally smudge out that liner that I just applied up there to give it more of a smoky look. And that's why the line doesn't have to be perfect, sis, because literally you just are gonna smudge that out. Then I use the liner brush again underneath to mix that in with a little bit of blue that I applied earlier and make it a little bit more of a smoky look, okay? So easy peasy, right? Now let's do some primer and some mascara. To complete the whole look, I'm gonna use a lash primer and our 4D fiber mascara. Fiber's built in, one step, super easy. Now, if you have never used a lash primer, girlfriend, you need this in your life. If you find that your lashes are more oily and your mascara slips off, or you want the look of more volume and more length, a primer is needed in that arsenal of yours. It is a white base. You just put one coat on all of your lashes and then you immediately follow it up with a mascara of your choice. Today I'm gonna use the 4D Fiber Mascara. Now, here's a little trick. Have you ever put your mascara on and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I have mascara all up on my eyebrow? It's because you're probably putting it on like this and making crazy faces. You can still make the crazy faces, but just look down. Down, shake and roll. Down, shake and roll. Get all of those lashes covered. This 4D Fiber Mascara is amazing, you guys. Like, it's amazeballs. That is one coat. Living your best life. I know, no more falsies. Ophthalmology approved, no glue. Let's do a second coat, concentrating on the top of the tips of the lashes. Again, just like our shadows, this mascara is buildable. So a little bit goes a long way. If you just want to have a very neutral look for the day, you totally can. You want to glam it up, you can add some later. All right, perfect. All right, guys, there it is, palette 4, smoky blue eye, super easy to use. Dive right into it. Don't forget, flash dance shirts, bangs, Molly Ringwald look, living your best life, 1980, anti-boomer. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope this tutorial helped. Have a good day. Bye. I almost forgot. If you want regular, everyday makeup tips, life tips, entrepreneur tips, cooking, laundry, all the things for regular, everyday people, be sure to follow me on social media. I will see you on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and all the things. Have a good day, guys.